Hey everybody, Quizmaster Jack back again for second week of the season 5 pop culture buzzword. I don't think I need to preamble anymore. I said we just get at it. Looking for a first name here.
This quarterback defeats the Mud City Manglers while playing for Wasamata U, an outcome that dismays Pottsylvania's fearless leader. He lives in Frostbite Falls with a smaller friend.
Okay. So you knew What's the Matter You? That is famously the alma mater of Rocky and Bullwinkle. But I was just giving it a little time there because, I mean, obviously Bullwinkle's going to have the better arm than Rocky, but Rocky's so fast. He's so fast. He could be one of those running quarterbacks. He's the Lamar Jackson of animated quarterbacks.
In later entries in this game series, players can be joined by palamutes or palicos.
That's Monster Hunter. Palicos, which are basically animal, like cat, like little anthropomorphic cats that help you out with your monster hunting. And I think the palamutes might be like dog versions of that. I don't know. I never played Monster Hunter. Or I played a little. I played a little Monster Hunter. I played just enough Monster Hunter to know that I wasn't super into Monster Hunter.
A member of this band made a documentary about the Harlem Cultural Festival called Summer of Soul.
Oh.
The concept albums Undone and Then You Shoot Your Cousin are by this band. Black Thought and Questlove are the leaders.
Okay. Yeah, because Questlove did that documentary. That makes sense. So that's the roots. Yeah, I'm the whole Questlove making a movie thing. That's come up in other things I've done recently. Other trivia stuff I've done. I don't remember exactly where. Did I write a question about it? I don't know. It all blends together. But yeah, they said Questlove, so it's going to be the roots.
UK politician Amy Challoner was fired as an admin of this website in 2020, embarrassing co-founder Steve Huffman. The front page of the internet is...
Okay, it's Reddit. I had an inkling that it might be Reddit, but I don't know about the individual employees of Reddit. Was she the one that did... Why did she get fired? Was that the one where like they did a AMA with somebody that she didn't think they should, so she got... Man, I don't remember. That was just last year. But they said front page of the internet, which is Reddit.
An English actress with this surname played the physicist Ulana Humyuk on the HBO series Chernobyl. On a CBS show, this surname was used by Joan, a sober companion played by Lucy Liu.
Okay. Joan Watson instead of John Watson on Elementary. God, I'm trying to think about the woman who was in Chernobyl. I mean, if you go back to last season where I completely blanked on Chernobyl as a name of anything. I can't take. I'm picturing her, but I can't place her first name. Did they say her first name? I don't think they did. But yeah, so I bet the giveaway for this one is Emma Watson.
In this film, conspiracy theories about marijuana are espoused by both Junior and the psychotic Bunny. Samuel Barber's Adagio for Strings plays in this film as the Willem Dafoe-played Elias dies. For 10 points, name this Oliver Stone film starring Charlie Sheen as a Vietnam War soldier.
So that's Platoon. Yeah. Because I thought it might have been Apocalypse Now, but that is not. That is not a Stone. And Charlie Sheen wasn't in it. His dad was. But yeah, I don't think I've actually ever seen Platoon. And the Adagio for Strings clue is not very specific because that's in a lot of movies.
When this character debuted in 1963, he was played by future Today Show weatherman Willard Scott.
Willard Scott was the first person to play Ronald McDonald. I'll take that. Big Scary Clowns. Played by Willard Scott.
An address in this city, 5135 Kensington Avenue, is mentioned in the song The Boy Next Door. Plans to leave this city prompt Tootie to destroy snowmen after Esther sings Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. For 10 points, a 1944 Judy Garland musical.
I think this is St. Louis. Yeah, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas is like from Meet Me in St. Louis or something like that. I forget. No, what's the actual... Is it Meet Me in St. Louis? I don't know. I actually wrote a question about that last year, I think. Probably about a year ago, since it was probably a Christmas lead-up question. What's the Kensington Street address for St. Louis? I don't even know what that was referencing.
A 2016 film from this country shows a zombie outbreak that endangers people on the title conveyance.
So they're talking about Train to Busan. Wasn't there an answer? No, that was in the academic one that I did that was South Korea. Not in last week's pop culture one. I mean, like, I don't feel like, because they're talking, like, I've had a feeling they're talking about Train to Busan the whole time there, or in that whole beginning clue, but it's real bold to just buzz in on 2016 zombie movie from a country. Maybe it wasn't. I could have got it earlier. Still, that was a very quick buzz. I'm doing all right so far. Knock on wood.
After being told slow down, a man on this show spaces out his words while asking, what does a yellow light mean? The Reverend Jim was played by Christopher Lloyd on this show.
Okay. Oh, they're talking about that Andy Kaufman scene. Or was that Andy Kaufman in that? There's so many good actors in Taxi. I mean, it's really Andy Kaufman, Christopher Lloyd, and DeVito, at least. Probably someone else. But Reverend Jim is from Taxi.
This song criticizes scary cats, saying, I call them Carol Baskins. The adjectives crazy, curvy, wavy are repeated in this single from the album Good News, whose refrain repeats the title word. For 10 points, name this 2020 song in which Megan Thee Stallion brags about her figure.
I don't think it's this. Okay. Yeah, listen, I had a good run. We were bound to run into pop music that has come out in the last 3 years that I would just have no idea about.
In a 3D remake of this game, Wally Goodmanson pilots the shooter. This Donna Bailey-designed game is set on a field of mushrooms, where a trackball can...
Oh. A centipede. Field of mushrooms. It's a field that has mushrooms on it. Anyway, mushrooms on the play field. Mushrooms are only important in 2 video game franchises. Mario and Centipede. Oh no, wait, there's what's that weird... There's that weird roguelike that had Uncle Death in it, and there was the crazy mushroom lady who gave you buffs. What is that called? It's like no... It's not No Time to Die, because that's the Bond movie. Let It Die. Let It Die. That's deep. Nobody's interested in that except for me and Jeff Gerstmann.
In Pixar's Onward, this actress voices Corey, a restaurant-owning manticore. In a
I see
2019
it.
thriller film, a veterinarian played by this actress agrees to buy alcohol for high schoolers.
Oh, it's Olivia Spencer. Octavia Spencer, sorry. I didn't know she was in Onward, but I know she's in Ma. The villain of Ma. The title character and villain of Ma.
A club scene in this musical ends with a sudden blackout.
Take these easy in the heights questions. I mean, that's the kind of, I don't know. Like, I should get best buzz off of that, but somebody might buzz in on just club scene. I think they had an in the heights question in the last season too. I mean, it's in the zeitgeist. I get it.
A film starring this man ends as his character walks across a lake surface as people suggest him for president.
It's
He played the
Peter Sellers. Because that first thing is God, what is that called? Is it like Becoming? I think it's called Becoming. Where he was like his character was like named Chauncey Gardner because he was a gardener and he said he was a gardener, and then people thought that was his name. And then it's kind of a Jesus allegory. I think that was Becoming. I'm not going to look that up.
A founder of this website wrote the book Dataclysm. In 2010, its Trends page posted word clouds based on profiles broken down by race and gender. Experiments on users regarding personality and looks appeared on the data blog of, for 10 points, what online dating site
just cut out there. That's a bummer. Which online dating site would it be? I'm gonna go for this one. Okay, I forgot about OkCupid existing as a thing. Oh well. I mean, I would have got that. I would have got 10 points there with the giveaway, but I had a little technical skid there, but that's unfortunate. But it'll happen.
While golfing, a man in this film wearing an umbrella hat says that he is white, while another man is clear. Near the end of this film, Mr. Swackhammer is...
No. That's the first Space Jam. Swackhammer. The bad guy voiced by Danny DeVito. He just keeps coming up. I was kind of sitting on Caddyshack for a while, but it's too obvious to mention golf if it was Caddyshack. So I was actually, as I was buzzing in, I was going to type in Caddyshack, but they said Swackhammer, so I took that second and put in Space Jam.
One member of this family elopes with the plastic surgeon Mel after getting divorced from the off-screen character Maris.
From this family? Yeah, Maris Niles's. Oh no, that's not the last name. Oh, what a punt. Oh, what a punt. Oh, I just messed that one up. Oh, I forgot that Fraser's the first name. Yeah. Buzzing on good knowledge and then just poor execution.
A 2007 hoax claimed this man wrote an updated version of a book called My 61 Memorable Games. After violating sanctions against Yugoslavia, this man avoided arrest by moving.
I think this is Bobby Fischer. They'll give me that one. They're talking about games, but they do not have sports questions, so that was gonna be chess, and the most famous chess player on the run is Bobby Fischer.
A villain in this comic kills his rival Eisenstein, though the latter's dog chews off his genitalia.
Oh, it's... I think this is Preacher? Yeah. All right. Dogs biting off people's dicks. It's one comic book.
This actress played Julie Pierce, who was bullied by the Alpha Elite and taught by Mr. Miyagi in The Next Karate.
That's Hilary Swank was in The Next Karate Kid. Hilary Swank. I think so. Like, I'm doing particularly well outside of the crane punt and the missing 10 points on the eHarmony OK Cupid technical problem. But I think other people are going to be getting a lot of points in this one too.
This album inspired a pink and green variety of Oreos released in 2020. A single from this album describes water like misery and says, "I'd rather be dry, but at least I'm alive," and features Ariana Grande. Rain on Me and Stupid Love appear on for 10 points. What 2020 Lady Gaga album?
I can't name a Lady Gaga album that came out last year. Sure. No idea. Specific product's brand name is required.
Donald Gorski set a record by eating over 30,000 of these specific food items. A commercial jingle about these food items describes its 2 all-beef patty.
What is a Big Mac? Big Mac. I think there was a Big Mac question last season where they talked about using it as the economic indicator. Kind of treading the same ground here.
A crime in this film is carried out by Ralph, a diner cook, to get money for Dolores' abortion. While in a greenhouse in this film, the Philadelphian protagonist slaps the racist Endicott. For 10 points, in what 1967 film is the detective Virgil Tibbs?
Okay. They call me Mr. Tibbs. I don't have much to say about that. I did place it as an earlier film off of those first few clues, and then I just didn't know which one they were talking about, but then they said Mr. Tibbs.
The ARG Our Colony promoted this video game console, whose exclusives include Project Sylphid and Beautiful Katamari. An add-on HD DVD player was released for this console, which could suffer the red ring of death.
Okay. Yep. First, I think I had one. I only had one. I think my first Xbox 360 did red ring, so I had to get a new one. Through that. Project Sylphid was on Xbox 360. Yeah, an HD DVD makes sense for that time period too. No, a little late on that, but I think it was still right to wait.
This man teaches children how to break into cars in an SNL parody of a United.
Aha! Sports! They're really living on the edge of sports stuff there. I don't know how I don't get best buzz on that. I don't know how I get best buzz on that. I don't know how I don't get best buzz on that. Yeah, that's the SNL sketch where he's just like, it's like a sort of PSA thing where he's doing the, sports guys hanging out, doing charity stuff for kids, and he's just a dick. It's very good. He's playing football with them, and he like goes back. He's like, "No, get open, and then he just pegs a kid in the back with the ball. It was a good sketch. And also, he was in that SNL sketch where it was Will Forte was a basketball coach, and he's going to give an inspiring speech, and then he just ends up dancing to an instrumental song that sounds like it's from 1975, and everybody's just corpsing in the back. They put Bill Hader in that scene for some reason. He's just cracking up the whole time.
This actor played Billy Logan's dad in a film whose climactic song is performed at 7:17 on Interstate 210. He played a man who goes to Morocco after killing a high-table crime lord and avenging the murder of his dog. For 10 points, who played Ted in Bill and Ted, as well as John Wick?
Okay. Didn't they have a Keanu Reeves question? No, that's part of the film challenge. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I guess he does go to Morocco after killing the crime boss, doesn't he? I watched all the John Wicks back to back, and it was probably not the right way to watch those movies.
A cover of this rock song won a Grammy for Feliz Navidad singer Jose Feliciano. The line, "The time to hesitate is through," recurs in this song, whose performers offended Ed Sullivan with...
Okay. Yeah. See, you give me lyrics, I'll get there. I stopped listening. The time to hesitate is through, no time to wallow in the mire. Come now, we can only lose, and our love will become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire.
Topps commissioned this man to create the Cabbage Patch Kids parody, Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh, it's...
And Here My Troubles Began and My Father Bleeds History are 2 volumes of a graphic novel created by this man, in which Polish people are depicted as pigs.
Oh, yeah.
For 10 points, name this author of Mouse.
Who made Mouse? Oh, I'm blanking. On who did Mouse. It's not this guy. That's a different graphic novel, but I'm not going to be able to pull the guy that made Mouse. Spiegelman. All right, that was one that one's hard to drop, but I just didn't remember the name. All right, general name for the family of animals is accepted.
One of these animals, named Kit Cloudkicker, navigates the sea duck plane on Tailspin. Another of these animals, named Trevor Hudson, is in Barney's wedding.
Yeah, it's a bear. Did they say Tailspin? So Kit was was Kit Cloudkicker the was that Blue's sidekick, or was Kit Cloudkicker Blue's love interest? I don't remember. I feel like I watched a lot of Tailspin when I was a kid, but I don't remember a single thing about it. But yeah, Trevor Hudson was the ring bearer. Are you saying ring bearer or ring bear? Yeah, the ring bearer. It's a good bit. And then at the end, it's like, nah, it's a kid. It's a kid named Trevor Hudson. It's gonna be the ring bearer, and it was the actual bear. Come on, Trevor.
This song was used to signal the 1975 American evacuation from Saigon. This best-selling single ever was written for the 1942 film Holiday Inn. The singer recalls a time when treetops glisten, that is just...
Yeah. Listen, I'm dreaming of a White Christmas, yeah. Was that two? There's 2 Christmas? Because they referenced the Christmas song earlier in that St. Louis question. Yeah, it's such a weird trigger to like evacuate when you just start playing White Christmas over the radio.
This actress appears in a tracking shot in a Rio de Janeiro mansion that zooms to her hand holding a key. This co-star of Notorious played a woman who uses a letter of transit given her by Rick Blaine to escape the Nazis.
No. It's Ingrid Bergman. Yeah. I was a half step away from not pulling that.
In 2021, this streaming service had several Emmy nominations for its original mystery spoof, Mapleworth Murders. Its original show, Most Dangerous Game, was...
Oh, crap. Most Dangerous Game was actually on Apple TV, I think. It was on Quibi. Damn it. I buzzed thinking it was Quibi, and then I questioned myself. Yeah, threw that one away.
This band included vocals from Liza Minnelli on their song Mama. Lucas Haas played a cancer patient in the video for a song by this band, in which Gerard Way sings, "When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city."
Gerard Way
For
is
10 points, name this emo band
I think it
behind
is.
Welcome to the Black Pearl.
Yeah, this is my... Pretty sure Welcome to the Black Parade is My Chemical Romance. Yeah. I had that off of Gerard Way. I should have just went, but I questioned myself. A location smaller than a city, but larger than a bread box.
A restaurant in this place was where Doritos were invented. ABC financed this location's creation in exchange for a TV show featuring segments such as Davy Crockett. The Matterhorn roller coaster is located at...
I think it's just Disneyland. Doritos were invented at Disneyland? I know Fritos had something to do with Disneyland. But I didn't realize Doritos were invented there.
This actress co-founded the lifestyle site Grok Nation. She played a bride whose wedding dress causes her to resemble a pile of swans in the sitcom episode The Monetary Insufficiency. For 10 points, what neuroscience PhD who...
It's Mayim Bialik. Referencing the wedding episode of Big Bang Theory. Which I didn't see.
A song by this band that includes the backwards line Drosser ne korb a ekilmi appeared alongside 5 songs with emoji titles on their album Music of the Spheres. Higher Power is by, for 10 points, what band whose BTS collab My Universe was their first U.S. #1 since Viva La Vida?
Oh. I said Viva La Vida. I was totally ready to buzz in and guess Blackpink because I have no idea what they're talking about on any of that stuff. But then they give me Viva La Vida. And it's like, all right, thank you. Giveaways are giveaways.
This actress played Amanda Bonner, a lawyer who defends a client prosecuted by her husband. This star of Adam's Rib played a World War I era missionary in The African Queen. For 10 points, what actress?
It's Lauren Bacall. Hepburn! Yeah. Yep. Chose the wrong co-star of Bogart. Oh well.
This actress played Fiona Wallace, who used Skype to hold client sessions on the show Web Therapy. She voices the poodle Honey on the Fox cartoon Housebroken. On another sitcom, she played a singer who performed Smelly Cat in Central Park.
So Kudrow. It's like, all right, Smelly Cat, Phoebe Buffay, Lisa Kudrow. Gotta get it right that way. It's like, put in Buffet and embarrass myself again.
This man headlined the first concert at Sanford Stadium. This singer, who duetted with Carrie Underwood on If I Didn't Love You, covered a Colt Ford song that describes hittin' Easy Street in mud tires. For 10 points, what country singer's album My Kinda Party features Dirt Road Anthem?
Aldine, maybe? I don't know. Great. That guy sucks.
In The Land of Departure, this character frees Ventus by unlocking his own power of waking. In a 2005 sequel, this final DLC character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate merges.
Yeah, with the Land of Departure stuff, I was pretty sure we were in some bullshit JRPG stuff. This time it was Kingdom Hearts, which is usually the default for bullshit JRPG. But then it was very recently announced that Zora was the last DLC character for Ultimate. Just more sword users.
In a later film, the screenwriter of this film offends his colleagues by throwing up drunk at a party held at a...
Which movie do they want? Okay, good. Because they're talking about Mank, the movie, which is pretty good. I really liked Mank. I like that movie a lot. May have been the best movie I saw last year. And it may have actually come out in 2019. I don't know. Mank was pretty good. But yeah, there's definitely... Mank was famously about the writing of Citizen Kane.
This game's Cheaters Edition includes handcuffs given to players who are caught stealing. That Cheaters...
There's a Cheaters edition of Monopoly where you just cheat. Damn, I don't... not much to say there.
This singer's uncle founded Blackground Records, which finally released most of her work to streaming services in September 2021. In 2000, she co-starred in Romeo Must Die, whose soundtrack...
Oh. It's Aaliyah. I don't know how to actually spell it. It's something like that. Hopefully they'll give me that. Aaliyah. I mean, that might be a reach, but I was like, Aaliyah. That's how you pronounce either of those. I just forgot how you actually pronounce her name. Or actually spell her name. But yeah, she was in Romeo Must Die alongside Jet Li. All right, multiple word answer.
In 2019, a game named for this character was streamed for 57 straight hours by H-Bomber Guy. His coconut gun can fire in spurts, according to a rap from an N64 game in which he rescues his friends from King K. Rool. For 10 points, Diddy is the nephew of...
Okay. That went for way too long, but after the coke, like obviously the rap is the DK rap from Donkey Kong Country, but or about 2 or whatever one it actually was from. But I was thinking it was Diddy. I thought like because Diddy has guns, that's his thing. It's like he shoots guns that shoot like coconuts and peanuts and whatnot. So it was safe. It was safe to sit back on that one, I think.
This woman and Elise Aarons launched the brand Francis Valentine in 2016.
Francis Valentine.
In 2017, her namesake company was acquired by former rival Coach, which beat out Michael Kors. A playing card symbol was the logo of.
Okay. I was thinking Kate Spade the whole time, but I don't actually know enough about fashion stuff to be confident in any of my answers regarding that. But you talk about a playing card, it's going to be Kate Spade. Superhero name.
During the Rise of the Third Army storyline, this superhero identity was assumed by Simon Boz. Heroes known by this name utter an oath that mentions...
It's got to be Green Lantern. Brightest Day and Darkest Night. I was tempted. It's like Simon Baz was familiar enough that I thought it might have been Green Lantern, but you just start talking about oaths and easy Green Lantern.
This TV show's last episode featured Joel Grey as a demon. Its 9th season was revealed to be the dream of Pam, who was played by Victoria Principal. This show's cliffhangers included Who Shot JR?
Okay. The point everybody will get at least 14 points on this one because they said Who Shot JR? Man, Dallas was bonkers. Joel Grey as a demon at the end.
In this film, Directive 4 prevents the protagonist from making a move against men like Dick Jones. Bixby Snyder's catchphrase, I'd buy that for $1.
Pork chop sandwiches. I'd buy that for $1. That's Robocop.
An album partly named for this color produced a single that laments sometimes these feelings can be so misleading. Red, black, and this color dominate the covers of the albums Elephant and Get Behind.
Right. So it's got to be white. Because I talked about the White Stripes. All right, where'd we end up? $5.95. We'll get Fisher. We'll probably get Aaliyah. But yeah, I had a pretty weak second half there. It's because I started getting into the pop culture, the music stuff that I just didn't know. Yeah, I had fun with that one. Had a lot of early buzzes. Could be a lot of opportunities for best buzz. But we'll see. That was week 2. Thanks for watching.